What's up? Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Actually, I'm doing a lot of things different. For one, I put a new light source at the top of my little editing station here. Everything else is turned off. It's kind of a cool, gloomy feel. But anyway, it's kind of cold and gloomy and cold and windy outside. So I don't really feel like fishing. But today we're gonna talk about a trout rig that has actually been successful to me this weekend. I never seen anything like this on YouTube before, so I guess I'll be the first one to show y'all it. So let's just say the baits you can use with this, you can really use any type of bait. You can use power bait, salmon eggs, corn, anything that works for trout. Worms. That's why I've been using it. I've been using salmon eggs and worms on this rig for the longest time, and it's outfished power bait. You know, the actual slime seeker rig with the power bait on it, and it's outfished it's outfished the power bait rig. You know, that everyone's used to throwing for trout. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be one of those episodes where I can't even speak? But yeah, we're gonna go over the real simple setups here, what you need, and we'll get out on the water. And coming up, we got some stuff planned, and we're gonna do some different stuff. I don't know. Let's just dive right into it, huh? So first off, the type of line I like to throw on this is 8-pound test, and I already got a part of it tied on. So what I have here is a little bullet weight that I have here. It's about 3/4 of a half ounce or 3/4 of an ounce. Sorry, my light just flickered, but it's got a bead on it, and it's got a little swivel on there, so make sure your rig slide through there and stuff. But you can go as light as 4-pound test, get 2-pound test, depending on what you have. And the other things you're gonna need are a small hook. I'm using a size 6, just because I have a lot of those. And then here's the part of the rig that not a lot of y'all are familiar with, and that is the strike indicator. What this is, it's a very low key way to like float your bait above the bottom. You can substitute. Quit flickering. You can substitute this for power bait, and this floats a lot better than power bait. It'll float your rig up off the bottom, and it's kind of like the opposite of a drop shot rig. You got this, weight pinning it to the bottom. About to say, you don't want your indicators too. The indicator is a perfect size because it won't lift your weight off the bottom too. So basically, your hook's going to be like, so the bottom's right here. Sinker's on the bottom, swivel's on the bottom, and then you got your bait right here just floating a few inches off the bottom, and then the strike indicator is floating in. So yeah, it's basically the opposite of a drop shot rig. So float your bait off the bottom, right in the strike zone, trout come. They say crunch, crunch. So now it's really up to you, depending on how much a leader you want to use. Today we got more 8-pound test. This is the end of it, and we're gonna go pretty long just because we're gonna go a little bit shorter, but anyway, it really depends on how deep the water is you're fishing. We'll go a little bit longer. That's about 3-foot leader. So we're gonna instead of cutting off the leader length, we're gonna go ahead and tie the strike indicator on. What you're gonna do is this is type of where the line just goes through, and you put a toothpick in it, and so slide that through like that. Take your tag in, tie a little overhand knot right there. I'm gonna get a little bit closer and personal with the camera, while still being a light, of course. Okay, quit flickering. Okay, and then you're gonna go little. You can use 4 overhand knots. It really doesn't matter, but the beginning part of a fisherman's knot is probably going to be a little bit stronger than 4 overhand knots, but I'm going to substitute that with 2 more overhand knots, and bam. Now that thing's tied up. Quit flickering. I'm getting real tired of this new light. Now cut off your tag in, just in case the trout are stupid enough and want to bite it, because if they bite the indicator and since the tag in, they're not going to want to come back. And so, but if they bite it and realize that that's not real, and then they see your bait like right below it, then they're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to try and munch on that, see if that's real or not. So anyway, that's it. That's your beginning part. Now we're going to cut off our leader right here. Boom. And there we go. About 3-foot leader there. And we're going to go ahead and tie this off to the swivel. So let's do that real fast. Personally, I like to use a Palomar knot just because it's like super strong. You can use a fisherman's knot, but you know, comparing that to a Palomar knot, the Palomar knot's going to be a lot stronger than a fisherman's knot. So, alright, cut off the tag end. You don't have to on the swivel, but I just like to because it's less messy. And, alright, there's one part. We got the sinkers right there, and then about 3-foot leader up to the strike indicator. So we're already more than halfway. If I can get this to set down, we're already more than halfway done with our rig. So now the next part going to be a little bit more complicated. So you're going to take, you know, you got this 3-foot leader here, and you're going to take the midsection of your leader and kind of crimp it like that. So look at that. See, you have a little loop there, right there. And what you're going to do is take the loop, hold on to it, and then you're going to, okay, first off, we're going to make that a little bit tighter. And then you're going to go on the upper half of your line and make a little overhand knot. And you're going to slide that. Alright, so there's one part. See, you kind of see it now. You know, there you go. See, right there. In the bottom right corner, you got a little knot there. You're not finished yet though. You got to do the bottom half, or in this case, the upper half, because the indicator is flowing like that. So tie that there, and then do it another time just to secure the knot. Because if you only do it once, the knot will slip, and definitely don't want that when you're trout fishing. So. My rig just fell. That's great. Okay, there we go. Now it's basically a little drop shot weight right there. I should put on a black shirt so y'all can see this. Boom. Now hopefully you can see that a little bit better. But you can see you got your loop there, you got your indicator up here, and then you got your swivel down here with your sinker all the way down there. Now what we're gonna do, this is actually pretty tough, but you're gonna, you know, I think get a little up close for this. I'm gonna use my shirt. You're going to crimp the loop here so that what you're going to do is you're going to feed this through the eye of the hook here. So when it's standing up in the water, you want the point facing up when the rig's being floated up off the bottom. So I'm going to get a little visual here. And I'm just going to do it like that right here. Feed it through the eye. There we go. That wasn't too hard. And then put the hook through the loop. And then tighten it back up. And there, you know, no knot or nothing. It is ready to rock and roll. You can put worms, salmon eggs, all sorts of stuff on it. Look at that. So, it's perfect. Boom, guys, that is it. Comment below if y'all enjoy this rig. Share with me your experience. You know, if you try this rig out. It's worked for me, so it should work for y'all. But just in case, just let me know. Let me know if you're satisfied or dissatisfied with it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Quit flickering, and we'll see you all next time.